Hello! Hello, my McBeauty loves. It is me, Mackenzie. Welcome to my channel. That is so cool to say. Welcome to my channel. Anyways, welcome to my channel. This is the first episode, the pilot, the EP1. I will tell you everything you are about to watch in this video is gonna be rough. It's gonna be really rough. It's my first video, so I kind of ramble on and tangent on, but I really just wanted it to be a get ready with me. I kind of just do this face. It's basic like everyday face. I do go through like how I do each of my steps, and then I kind of give you a little backstory on how McBeauty Co started, some other little random tangent stories about me, really just an introduction. So if you guys want to see how I do my everyday face and learn a little about me in the process, continue watching. Alright, let's get into it. First, I'm going to use my primer. This is the Hangover Primer by Too Faced, and I'm also going to use my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. So where do we want to start with this story? I guess we can start with like a little introduction. So, hi, I'm Mackenzie, and I am a flight attendant for Delta Airlines. I am also a makeup artist and a lash artist. Anywho, so I put the Hangover Primer all over my face. I'm going to grab some of the silk canvas on the back of this little disc here, and I'm going to be pushing it into the larger poured area of my face, which is my nose and right here on my cheeks, and then a little bit up here. So, into my lash journey. I took Julie's class at the end of August this past year of 2018. I took it with one of my flight attendant co-workers, one of my besties now, Nancy, Loved and Lashed. She is based in Fremont, Milpitas. We actually went to high school together, which is really funny. We didn't really know each other, but after I had applied with Delta and got the job, I knew she had worked at Delta, so I messaged her and I was like, hey, you work at Delta. I'm just going through training. Can I have help? And we like didn't like know each other like that, but she like invited me over to her house right after I got out of training so she could like teach me how to bid. And yeah, she's the best. I love her. Yeah, so Nancy approached me and she was like, oh my god, bitch, tell me why I've been wanting to do lash extensions. And I literally, that same month she asked me that, I had been writing it down in my planner to do research on doing microblading, ombre shading, all of that. And I was like, that's crazy, because I just started like, told myself that I was gonna like make it a goal to start looking into these things. And she's like, oh my god, we should do both. And I was like, yeah, we should. And then that day she literally found Julie's class and we put a down payment on the class. I want to say maybe that day, the day after. It was super quick, super fast. But in order for us to take the class together, we had to wait an entire month. So this is like July that we were discussing this, and then Julie's class, after we picked her class, it was at the end of August. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and fill in my brows. Right now, my go-to is the Kat Von D Signature Brow Pencil, and this is in the color Walnut. Now, the general rule I like to do when I'm filling in my brows, sorry, I'm looking straight ahead at the mirror. I use this rule here, so I'll hold it to the edge of my nose here, and this is generally where I want my eyebrow to start. And then looking straight ahead, I'll go directly across my pupil and point right to this area. That is where my arch will be. And then the tail is at my extensions get in the way when I do my makeup. Sometimes it's really annoying. At the corner of my nose, to the corner of my eye, and then that's where my eyebrow should end. So I like drawing in the bottom line first, and then I'll go in and do the front little hair strokes, and then just hair stroke it out to the back. You'll see. But yeah, so we had an entire month to prepare for taking Julie's class. We literally hit the ground running. We started making our websites, we did our business cards, we thought about like selling cleansers already. We went and bought our beds, we got all of our furniture. We both had to remodel rooms in our house to get it done. But it was nice that we had that entire month to prep. Oh my god, and let me tell you, that website, like website building, yes, it was easy after you get the hang of it, but like, oh man, it did take a little bit of time. Okay, so you see how I'm drawing just the bottom part of my brow first. I like doing the bottom first, and then I go in and I usually do the front, and I'll just be using upward flicking motions to create that hair-like stroke. So after I do the front a little bit and just filling it in, then I'll go and I'll start to fill in the arch on the back. And I'm using the same, just like little strokes. And if you accidentally like mess up a little bit, it's okay, because I'm going to be going in with concealer after to clean it up. Yeah, like my tail's a little bit of a hot mess right now, but it's okay. We're gonna fix it. Okay, so where did I leave off? We remodeled our rooms. We started doing all like the back work, prepping, like looking up different supplies we needed. We did so much research because we had to do all the like frequently asked questions on our lash pages. We made our Instagram accounts. We were just set. So by the time we took Julie's class, we wanted everything to be ready so we could literally just start taking clients. And so we took Julie's class at the end of August, and literally, I think my first client was the week after. Not even, maybe like 2 or 3 days after. It was one of my other flight attendants. She came and had me do her lashes, and then I did one of my friends, and yeah, then we had our promo prices going. Literally booked the first month, and then the second month I overbooked myself. Like, I was just so excited that I just wanted to lash everybody, and I was so exhausted. Mind you, I was working Delta and lashing. Both can be very, very, very long days. So it just, I definitely overworked myself. Still learning to try to find that happy balance. But yeah, that is, you know, you learn as you go with that. So, oh, I forgot to tell this story. Okay, so when me and Nancy took Julie's class, I will tell you that like the first day, so you go and you sit in with me and 3 other people, so Nancy and then 2 other girls. We're in her class and we sat down and she's like explaining to us the process of how the class is gonna go, and she goes, oh, and by the way, and she's like, if I don't think you're ready, I won't give you a model tomorrow to work on. And it literally just like, the tension in the room, I don't know about everyone else, but I was just like, oh fuck, like what did I get myself into? And then even on the car ride there, oh my god, we were in the car and I was like, oh, and she was like, what? And I was like, we have to use our left hand. I was like, I don't know how to use my left hand in anything. Oh my god, I can't do it, I can't do it. And she was like, we'll be fine, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how to do anything with my left hand. But it all turned out okay. I want to say thank you, Julie, for being so patient. But yeah, thank you, Julie, for being patient. My model on the second day, I took damn near 6 hours to finish. But Julie stayed. I love her for staying, because I know I was taking forever to do my freaking person. But yes, that was the start of McBeauty Co and the lashing. Oh, my name. How did I come up with my name? Okay. So this was actually the hardest part, coming up with a name. I literally, like, after me and Nancy had decided we were going to take the class, I was like, okay, I need to come up with a name. Now, I already have a makeup Instagram account, which is McBeauty. And so I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna name my company? Blah, blah, blah. I literally like sat down with a piece of paper. I was like writing out all these words, just scrapping them all because I hated them all. I like literally did not know what to do. And Nancy was like, it'll come to you, don't worry. And then like all my friends and stuff, they were like, it's gonna come to you. Well, no, bitch, it didn't come to me. It did not come to me. And then I think I ended up going with McBeauty Co because I originally wasn't super sure about a name. And like the time was coming upon us and for like the class, and I wanted it to be ready. And I was like, well, I mean, why not? I already branded myself in makeup as McBeauty. I'll just add the Co, like McBeauty. McBeauty Co. It wasn't until after I like got in the full swing of like doing stuff for McBeauty Co, like my lashing, that I finally like realized like, oh my god, I can turn this into so many different things and go down so many different ways. Like I call you all my McBeauties, and I have a whole definition for who the type of person a McBeauty is, and now I have my McBeauty monthly blog about boss ass babes. So yeah, it's funny. In the beginning, I did not know what I was gonna do, but I'm glad I stuck with the name. So it's all going to be a very long talk through. I haven't even finished my brows yet. So after I fill in my brow, I like to go in with foundation or concealer and clean up the edges. So I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation in the shade Bisque. And I'm just going to squirt it on my little makeup sponge here. I'm going to take this small detailing brush, and I'm going to just dip it in, and I'm going to start cleaning up the under part of my eye. Okay, so let's see. Talked about how I started McBeauty Co. What other kinds of things do you guys want me to talk about on here? Like, do you want me to do... I don't know. I got some suggestions on Instagram when I put a post, like a question post this morning, on what kind of content you guys want to see. I will find any time I have to just throw myself in front of the camera so I can make new content for you guys. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not gonna create. I'm just saying that there may be a little bit longer breaks in between because running a business, working at Delta, it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I could not, I don't know. I'm so glad. Like 2018 was so great for me, and I cannot wait to see what 2019 holds. Oh my god, also, okay, so speaking of 2019, I am going to be taking Brows by Linny's class at the end of the month. Do you guys want me to do, and I'm going to Atlanta for it. So do you guys want me to do a ride along with me, or like a vlog of me like traveling to Atlanta and doing the class? It's literally one day. But I don't know, maybe I'll bring my camera, talk a little bit, see if I can get some stuff on film and put together like a little vlog for you guys. Would you be interested in that? That'd be kind of cool. So I'm just blending the rest of the foundation just like down onto my face, because since it's my foundation color, I'm going to be putting the foundation all over my face anyways, so it doesn't have to be like super pretty. It's more to just crisp up the bottom of my brows. This probably takes the longest, is concealing my brows, because I get super anal about like the perfect lines. I'm so excited to do brows, you guys. Like, you have no idea how excited I am to start micro shading, ombre blading, all of that. I'm ready. I'm so ready. So since I'm doing like a full look, I'm gonna go ahead and conceal the top of my brow too, just a little bit. And I like concealing above my brow also, because when I do my foundation, I use a makeup sponge, and I feel like I don't get as precise control applying my foundation like right above my brow as I would if I had like a tiny, like a brush. So I like to conceal the top of my brow and then drag it upward. That way I can connect my forehead foundation with the foundation. I don't know if this is gonna make sense. Maybe I just show you. So I like to go right above my brow, and then I'll slowly bring down the product that I need. That way it's not like a clump of foundation right at the edge of my brow. Yeah, so can you see how the foundation kind of reaches all the way up here? So that way when I'm putting my foundation on, I don't have to ruin the line of my brow with the sponge, because I already have foundation right here. So the foundation that needs to go everywhere else, it just blends with this. Yeah, so there goes one. I'm gonna do the other. I haven't been in front of a bright light like this. Feels good. I do miss editing videos, and when I started lashing, I literally, like, I threw myself into it. Like, there's so much that goes into running your own business than I had originally thought. my best friend runs her own business and my dad ran his own businesses, and so I knew going in that it was going to be a lot of work, and like I always helped and aided them in theirs, but I didn't realize I realized it, but until I experienced it myself, like it's a lot. Google is your best friend. Google's your best friend. Whenever I don't know how to do anything, Google. You Google everything. You Google everything, or you message people, your resources. Always use your resources. Be resourceful. So after I do my brows, if I don't like it, or I need to like add something else, I'll just go back in with my pencil and just sharpen up any lines or any color that got dulled away by me by concealing. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my foundation. Right now I'm in between foundation shades, so I'm using two. I use the Smashbox Studio Skin, and I think it's 3.15, and then again the Laura Mercier in the shade Bisque. So what I do, oh, and I also like to add in these Catrice Cosmetics. It's their light correcting serum. This one is in Sunlight. First of all, it smells so good. It smells like the summer. It is like an illuminating drop thing. Yeah. So I'm just gonna add a couple of drops of this like right on my cheekbones, and then I'll add in my foundation. Well, that is so me. Okay, we're gonna have to clean this up really quick. Light correcting serum right here. And then I'm gonna take the foundation and just kind of dot it all over my face. I guess I can go through some of the things, some of the video ideas I had coming up. I thought it would be cool to do a how I edit my lash videos. How I edit my lash photos, and do like a screen video and then like an explanation walkthrough, a studio tour, cart setup, lash videos. It's gonna be, I kind of don't know like what I want to put on Instagram and then what I want to put on YouTube. So you guys have to let me know and give me feedback. So I am just finishing blending in the foundation all together. I'm going to go in with some concealer. I am using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium. I only like to do one side at a time because this concealer is a little bit on the thicker side, and I feel like if I don't immediately start to blend it out, it will be harder to blend because it like dries up, because it is a more matte, thicker concealer. Okay, so what else? So I'm thinking about doing like lashing techniques, studio tour, maybe styling, do like how I like map out certain sets, like product reviews, like lash product reviews or even beauty product reviews. I want to start incorporating my whole makeup and beauty side into McBeauty Co, because McBeauty Co to me isn't just gonna be about lashes, because I'm about to start doing brows too. I really want it to be everything beauty under the sun. Even might do like some like clothing posts every now and then. Really, I just want to be able to share different knowledge with you guys. So maybe it's like marketing tactics, IG questions. We can do like a Q&A where you guys send in your most wanting to know business questions, and I can answer those for you. No, I'm not saying I'm not gonna know all the answers, but if there's a question that I don't know the answer to, I will do my best to find out for you. Like, I will do the research and I will let you know what I find. I love being able to share and teach and help all of you guys grow. That's like my favorite part about starting McBeauty Co is sharing my journey with how fast I was able to like start up and like bring up McBeauty Co literally from this like crowded family room that I'm in that like was so crowded with furniture, and I literally turned it into a business in like a month. Not overnight, but it was really fast, and I love being able to share that experience with you guys so I can help you guys all grow, and we can all grow together. We just all grow together. All grow together. Okay, so after I do that, then I'm going to go in with a little setting powder. This is the Catrice Light Illusion Loose Powder, and this is in Yellow Matte. I'm gonna put this all in my under eye, or pat this in. My skin type is oily combination, so I do like to set my face so that way the oils will be at bay as long as possible. And I just go and I just keep pressing and pressing this in. Can you tell that my favorite thing to use is a beauty sponge? Because that's literally the only thing I've used on my face so far. I like originally wanted to have like a list of stuff I could talk about so that way my conversation wouldn't be so jumbled, but yeah, like I said, this is my first YouTube video, so it's gonna be a little all over the place, but hopefully you guys will still like it. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline Fit Me foundation in number 20, light medium. I'm gonna dust this, push it. Well, I'm really pushing it because I'm using the beauty sponge again. All over into my face. Oh, and I'm really gonna make sure that I get in the creases of my nose on the side. It's right here on the side where I get the most oil buildup. It just like builds up right in the little cracks. So I'm gonna make sure I get right in there. All right, we are getting a powdery face here. Powder face. What else? I have some really big plans that I'm excited to share with you guys. Oh, maybe I'll show you how I do my like planner organization and like how I map out my goals. Would you guys like to see something like that too? This is really just like an introductory video, me blabbing on about all the ideas that I have for you. So where I'm really gonna get the most like feedback is you guys have to leave me comments so I know what kind of stuff you guys want to see. After I'm done with that, I am going to go in and contour my face. I know this for a fact was one of the suggestions when I did a Instagram story on my McBeauty Co page, that you wanted a more in-depth detail of how I contour my face. So let me show you what I'm going to use to contour my face first. So I'm going to use Benefit Blush Bar here. And if you own this, you already know I'm going to be using the Hoola shade right here. I do use many different brushes to contour with. Currently, at the moment, I'm using a bigger fluffy brush like this one. But I've also used ones like, I like this one. I know this is a blush brush, but it's like the same, like a smaller head, so it's more controlled, precise where I put it. How I contour is when I look directly ahead into the mirror, is I'm looking at the areas where the light touches, and the light's going to be touching the highest points of your face. So that's going to be my nose, my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, my chin, and this part of my forehead here. So what you're doing with contouring is you are giving that shadowed effect where the light doesn't touch when the light is not directly on your face. That's how I like to look at it. So I'm going to be dipping in here to my Hoola, tapping off the excess because you don't want to put too much. You can always put more, but you can never take back the more that you put. So tapping off the excess, and how I like to do it is I usually start, right, looking back here, right at the top back of my ear here, and I'm going into circular, yeah, my hair gets in the way all the time, circular motions like this, and just dragging down. If I move it that way there, just dragging down. So if you can kind of see already how it's creating, like it's helping this pop more, and it's creating more of the shadow right here. So I like to go back in here in the temples and then just like barely up here. And everyone's face can be contoured differently. No one face has to be contoured the same. Everyone's face shape is different. So you really, what helps with contouring is like, you just, after doing your makeup a lot, you'll learn like the bone structure of your face, where the like hollows are, and where you want to have that like shadow effect to make your face look thinner, because you know we're still on the holiday bloat right now, so she's a little bloated. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, move my hair. I'm gonna go in on the other side. Same thing, like circular motions. Oh, and I'm just very light touch. I'm not like pushing into my skin. I'm literally just very light touch, just going in circles, getting up by my temples, and just dragging down under my cheekbone, like so. And under my jawline with any excess, just a little bit like that. Okay. All right, now we're not like a super pale face anymore. We're gonna contour our nose. I'm gonna make it just thinner right here in the middle. So I'm gonna take this kind of blending eyeshadow brush here. I'm going to dip it in to the Hoola, again, tapping off the excess. Come in right at the hollow of the inside of my eye, right here on the edge of my nose. So what part I'm making skinny right now is, can you see this like triangle right here, right? This triangle right here in between my eyes and my brows. What I'm gonna do right here to this area is I want it to be pinched a little bit. I want it to be like a little thinner right here, right? So that's why I'm gonna bring the bronzer right here, is to create that shadow, that like illusion that the dip goes in sooner than it is. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly come in with that, just like this. And I'm gonna drag it straight down. I'm literally using the lightest touch. I'm going straight down the nose. I'm like, can you see my hand and my face doing this like motion? Okay, so straight down the nose. I blend into my crease a little bit. And then, after I'm satisfied with this shadow, okay, so can you see how it's shadowed here? So it looks like it goes in deeper, so it's bringing out my nose a little bit more, so it's not as flat to my face. You see that? Can you see it? Can you see it? So then I'm gonna take whatever's left over excess on the brush, and I'm gonna just brush right here, right down on the side, going straight down. Do you see how those lines are starting to connect a little bit? Straight down. Now, I know you can see that in the camera. I'm hoping you can. So I'm gonna go in with the other side, again, tapping off the excess, and we're gonna do the same thing. Then I'm gonna come just a little bit under the tip of my nose right here. And I get a little sparkle. Can you start to see the contour of the nose? Okay. And then after I'm done doing that, I take the back end of my beauty butt. My beauty butt. The sponge. And I just kind of like press over the top of it. Any harsh little lines, just to kind of blend them in a little bit. And there you go, on my contoured face. Next, I'm gonna go in with blush, and I'm gonna be using a cream blush. It is called Tint. It is a cream color from MAC. And I'm going to take this other wet beauty sponge, and I'm going to just dip into it, and then I'm going to push right into my face, just like this. Well, not as slow, I guess I'm like beating it into my face. Blending it from the apple of my cheek right back into that contour. Next, I am going to highlight. It's the best part. So let me show you my little trick with highlighting. I feel like it just turned into a makeup tutorial now. Like I ran out of shit to say. Which is funny because I never run out of shit to say. I talk a crap ton, so it's funny that I'm like here and we were talking about like my journey, and then I just like stopped. Did I get nervous? I don't know. I just, my first YouTube video! I honestly can't wait to make more for you guys, and with more of a structured content. Okay, so this is the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter here. Okay, spray my face. Now that my face is wet, I'm gonna take the highlighter on my Morphe R36 brush here, and I'm gonna put some highlighter on there, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna go right at where the high points of my face are. Now, the reason why I like doing this when my face is wet is because it gives the highlighter something like sticky to cling onto. So instead of me just putting it on my dry face, it gives it so much more of a pigmented, not pigmented look, it's just more pigmented when it comes out on your skin because your skin is a little wet. So, and I'm gonna take some, I'm gonna go just a little bit up here, and then on the other side. Gonna go a little bit on my nose, just like this, and on my cupid's bow, and down here on my chin is lit. And then I'm gonna take just my finger here, put the highlight here, and I'm gonna go right down the bridge of my nose, just like that. I'm going to take this Morphe brush here, and I'm gonna dip into the highlighter, and I'm gonna go right under my brow bone. Alright, so final thing is my lips, and I am going to use, this is a MAC Retro Matte Lip in Spice, Burnt Spice. Burnt. And I just got it on there too. Sorry, I need full concentration when I do this. Alright, got my lip on. I'm gonna brush out my lashes. Oh, I am in need of a fill. Who else is with me? Oh my god, they're dying. My lashes are dying. Like, there's these two that are just like hanging on for dear life. They just like don't want to let go. Do you ever have those? They just like, they're literally at the end of the lash and they're just like, nope, not going anywhere, honey. Oh yeah, they are ready to go. Okay, and that is it for this kind of like get ready with me little intro video about the beginning of my lash story, and then I just rambled on forever. Subscribe to my channel. I can say that. That's so cool now. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already following me on Instagram. I'll go ahead and like put my link down here for what my Instagram is. 2019 is going to be a great year for all of us, and I do want to put myself out there more for you guys and be able to share more of my journey, my stories, my tips, tricks, anything with all of you. So please, please, please put it down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. That was terrible. I hated that editing.